Jai Shri Ram. These are some important concepts of Islam. Taqiyya. Taqiyya 3.28. Holy Quran. Go to Google. Type Holy Quran 3.28. Taqiyya. Which means deception. That means to fool others. That means actually when Muslims are not strong enough and they don't have any power, then they are told to befriend people of other religion, but wait quietly for the opportunity, and when the opportunity comes, they can take over the country or kingdom or whatever. So, this is an important teaching. It is called taqiyya. Now, the English, I am reading it out, saying something that is not true as it relates to Muslim identity, whether one is a Muslim or whatever that means. This is a Shiite term. The Sunni counterpart is mudarat. That means this is chal, that is deception, kapatamu. So, this is an important concept. 3.28. Ask every Muslim if at all they are willing to debate, but be careful. Otherwise, the debate might descend into sartan se juda. The second one is kitman. Kitman means lying by omission. That means they will pretend as if they don't know, or they will not mention it at all. There are so many passages which are very difficult to explain because they are very clear. The religion says either you must convert or kill. Unfortunately, many Hindus think the word dawat is a party. Yeah? Dawat is not a party. Dawat in Islam basically means an invitation to convert to Islam, and actually it is a veiled threat. That means if you are not willing to convert, the next thing is you will have to face them in battle. So, this is the actual meaning of dawat. Many gullible Hindus think that the word dawat simply means a party. It's not a party, stop using the word dawat. So, kitman, you can see an example would be when Muslim apologist. The word apologist means any person who is trying to defend a controversial belief. Christian apologists are there, Muslim apologists are there, Marxist apologist means one who is trying to defend Marxism. So, apologist means a person who tries to defend a controversial belief. Apologia, apologetics, apology. This word apology, one common meaning is already known to you, which is saying sorry. But the uncommon meaning of apology is writing or speaking in defense of a controversial system. In both Islam and Christianity, apostasy, the punishment is death. Apostasy. Apostasy means leaving the religion. If any Muslim or Christian decides to give up Christianity and take up some other religion, the Bible and the Quran are very clear. That person has to be put to death. Of course, people are not doing that. Not all are doing that. ISIS is doing that. So, but we must ask them to examine it, because this is the age of reasoning now. If not in 2023, when will you? So, kitman is another important concept. 5.32. That one is often quoted by Muslims, that if anyone kills one human being, it is as if he has killed the whole of mankind. But the rest of the verse is equally important, and there are many mandates. 9.5, 9.29, 164 jihad verses. So, kafir is considered najis, which means filth, and kafir wajibul qatl. That's what the Quran also says. Kafir wajibul qatl means kafir deserves to be killed. Remember this phrase. Ask them to explain what is the meaning of kafir wajibul qatl. Then they will say it was in history, at that context. So, what is contextual cannot be normative. See, what was correct in that context, fine. There was a war and then in a battle you have to kill your enemy. But can that be a normative principle? Can that be part of a holy book? What is contextual cannot be an absolute rule. So, this is the counter you must give them and ask them to explain, but be very careful, because the sword of Sartan se Juda will be hanging right over your head. So, please be careful. Tauriya, another concept. Intentionally creating a false impression by saying something that is technically true when knowing that the listener will interpret it in a different way. This practice has a broader application than taqiyya. So, here again, you have to be extremely careful. We are not spreading hate. I am not spreading hate. I am only trying to teach you where the dangers are. So, be vigilant. Rama is apramattaha, but Rama nasmarati apakaranam shatamapi. Rama does not bring to mind all the offenses that were done to him in the past, but he is ever vigilant. So I am repeating. Rama's qualities are apramattaha, be ever vigilant. Don't be fooled the second time. Uh, the quote in English is, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That means you should not be willing to be fooled the second time. So knowledge is important. If you are ignorant, you will be fooled. Prithviraj Chauhan was fooled. Pratapa Rudra was fooled. So Rana, you have seen Padmavati, he was fooled by Khilji. So there are so many instances. The Vijayanagara empire fell because Ramaraya, the king of Vijayanagara, was a very powerful king who appointed two jihadis as commanders of 4 divisions. Within the 4 divisions, 2 Hindu commanders, 2 jihadi commanders. And in the final battle, Talikota Yuddham, all the Bahmani sultans attacked, because these Bahmani sultans were routed, defeated by Krishnadev and Adil Shah, the leader of the Bahmani sultans, actually kissed the feet of Krishnadev. Because he kissed the feet of Krishnadev allowed them to go scot-free. Otherwise, Krishnadev would have killed them all and finished this once and for all. But I think Krishnadev also underestimated. Though he defeated them, he let them go. So after Krishnadev demise, they ganged up and attacked Ramaraya, who unfortunately was a very, very secular thinker. He actually brought up 2 orphaned kids who were raised and then given the post of the commander of 2 divisions. But at the last minute, when the Bahmani sultans attacked, these 2 guys who were brought up and given such a high position in the army as 2 commanders, they defected because they felt jihad is more important. So they joined hands with the Bahmani sultans. And now half your army is fighting against you. Ramaraya was beheaded by Adil Shah. Adil Shah took a sword. Vijayanagara empire lost. They should have actually won the war. But they lost because of their misplaced value system. And Ramaraya failed to understand the truth. Ramaraya did not study the Bhagavad Gita properly. See, in the Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharatam, Bhishma, Drona, anyone, however great and knowledgeable he might be, if he is fighting for a dharma, he has to be vanquished, defeated. That's what Krishna taught. But the day we gave up Bhagavad Gita, we have been suffering for the last 2000 years now. Now it must be very clear. We are not preaching hatred, but a lion does not preach anything at all. Its presence is sufficient. So no one will dare to misbehave with a lion. That is exactly how a Hindu should be. Na abhisheko na samskaraha simhasya kriyate mrgaihi vikramarjita savittasya mrugendroham. Just a minute, I'll try to recollect it. Na abhisheko na samskaraha simhasya kriyate mrugai vikramarjita savittasya swayameva mrugendrata. That means a lion does not have to be given abhishekam, no coronation. He need not be named the king. Na abhisheko na samskaraha. The lion does not have to be taught anything or refined. Vikramarjita savitasya. By his actions, he naturally becomes the king of the forest. That is a great slokam from the, I think, Panchatantra and Hitopadesha. Okay, so that's what I am trying to say. So do not misinterpret this as hate. This is simply a warning. Better safe than sorry. What happened to Kanaya? What happened to all those people who gave up their lives laboring under the mistaken notion that these people are going to be nice with you? No, they are simply following their religion. Why don't you, Hindu, follow your religion? Be careful. So, Tauriya is also there. And then Muruna, blending in by setting aside some practices of Islam or Sharia in order to advance others. So, you will find that temporarily they will be very nice, but when the opportunity rises, when their numbers increase, when there is a demographic change. So somebody said, Auguste Comte, French philosopher, said, demography is destiny. Demography is destiny. Simple phrase. That means if the population of these people increases, Abrahamic cults, they will overpower, and there will be no more secularism, no more democracy. It will become a theocratic state. The history of the world is testimony to this fact. So please understand this much. Every Hindu should listen to this. And if you want more information, Neeraj Attri, please go to YouTube, type Neeraj Attri. He is an ultimate scholar. He will tell you all that you need to know in order to be more careful and live safely. And do not labor under mistaken notions. No misplaced ideals. We are not spreading hate, not at all. This is knowledge. This is the freedom of speech, and you can notice I have not uttered any foul word. So, well, of course, some people may not like this. They might abuse me, they might threaten me. That is all right, no problem. But if at all they think they can drag me to the courts, fine, we will fight it, and that will actually give us more publicity and let the whole world know the truth about them. Jai Shri Ram.